camerize? How did it start? When did it start? And what do you expect from the project about the Greek elections?
When did it start? That's a whole story. I was living in France and I was sitting in a valley near Jeb, where near Jeb they have every year they have a rally, the rally of Jeb, and they're running with little cars, Renault 5s and stuff through our area, and I was sitting on the corner with my new phone, and that was a phone that allowed you to make video calls. And then you had one picture that showed the image you were making, you had another picture that showed the other side. And then I thought, well, as I was in television for years, I thought, like, what if that little one is like the actual, or the on-air signal from a TV studio, and the big one is the image you were making, and you're contributing to a live TV show. But that was in 2007, so that is how I started.
Working on it on 2009, I think?
Yeah, first I had a job, so I had to do other stuff, and it was also a bit early for technology. I figured that, internet telephones were just coming up. Video calls at that time were not over the internet, it was a special connection, which made it a lot harder, so yeah. So it was 2009, 2010, we really started, like, how are we going to do this? We did a proof of concept then, and but technology, it was a bit difficult. So right now, with iPhones and Android phones, you really have almost like a broadcast camera in your pocket, and that's what we. So now it's a better time to do it, and it's easier. It's also the sentiment in the market. Crowdsourced journalism is something that is coming up, and therefore, it's easier to get interested for it. In the beginning, people thought like it's a sort of competition, because what you basically do is. You could replace like multi-camera setups, and now you're doing it with cheap phones, so it's a threat. And that's now getting less and less. People also realize that you never can replace a real broadcast camera with a lens like this, and that with nice close-ups of football players, of lead singers of bands or whatever. So it's really a different thing. But yeah.
Can you tell me a few things about the Greek project?
Well, I'm working with Klaas Speller on this project, and both of us are co-founders of an organization called Amsterdam in Amsterdam, which is a platform for app makers, an international network. And so here in Greece, here's this company called Stone Soup, and they started a Amsterdam embassy. And so that's the reason why there was a good connection between. Klaas was here a lot, and therefore the idea came to start developing here, camerize here. And I thought, well, why not? We'll try it. That's what we have done. And for the elections, it is a good moment for us to test some things. So it will be a big experiment. Don't expect, like a smooth broadcast all day long. But as you know, a deadline usually helps you to get things done. So we just imposed a deadline on ourselves, and we thought, okay, Greek elections coming up. Well, we are in Athens anyway, or our developers are in Athens, so we could be there anyway, and that's why we thought about it. So, yeah, and election, well, it's, here in Greece, it's, I think it's an understatement to say that it leaves quiet here for the political situation here. So we also thought that we could get some traction. The reason why we chose for the iOS, the Apple platform first, is that with a single app you have it available on a wide spectrum of devices. Like all iPhones, well, from a certain iPhone, it's 4S or higher, and all the iPads. And then you relatively have a wide market. With Android, our software is very much hardware related. So talking to camera devices, audio devices, etc. in the phone, and that means that we have to cope with all the different Android phones there are, and that is a whole other sort of operation. Then you need to have your software nailed down. What do you want to do? And then you can start like, okay, implement that on this phone, implement that on that phone. And then maybe you will end up with like 5 selected phones that you could use with camerize. It will be pretty hard to, support every Android device around. So that's a little bit the reason. But we certainly will start it as soon as we have the basic camerize version done. But that's not that far. There's a lot to do.
How are you funding this project?
We have had 2 investors, and just one recently. And I'm very happy to have them because they're the biggest high-end camera rental service in Holland. So they're in our business a little bit, and that's helping us. Yeah, that's good because then it's not only like we give you some money, but they also give expertise, and we have a team, and that works better. And then, yeah, what I like to do is that, I like that, to build a company first that could, take care of itself, and then from there spread out with the, or let's say, and from there launch it to other customers. If we can use it, we are our own users, then we know our product best, and then we can also sell it to other people. That's what I like more than, a very overheated startup scheme where you have to, be ready or be, sort of thing like in 3 months you have to be ready to go to market. It's not really my style. I need to have it good. We give you a lot of control. It's really for professionals. It's a nice thing, and we'll make it that way that the prosumers or the amateurs can use it very easily as well. And when you connect to our server, we can take over the control like in a real studio and control the camera from a distance, so for exposure and stuff, so that we match all cameras that they have the same color. But yeah, the business is more in like renting out the servers that do the studio for you, so that you can have your camera operation with, I don't know, like 4 cameras or 20, it doesn't matter. They could be anywhere in the world. So the editing of the sources, that is where the income comes from.
I'm Frank Elstema, I'm from Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and I've been for 30 years director of television for the national broadcaster, live TV, and I'm here to make new TV happening. So we think that Athens is the center of Europe. Already 4,000 years, it is the place for culture. It starts here, it started here, so we think it's very important to be here at this very important day of the elections in Athens, which is the elections of New Europe, where, as from our point of view, we are also here because of our new app, the camerize app, where we give the possibility to citizens to make your own media and to start your own TV channel. In July 2 years ago, the national broadcaster in Athens was a bit faded away in a sort of strange situation, but we think now is the moment back to bring the national broadcasting back to the people. You can start and produce as many channels as you like, and that's why we choose this moment, as we made the app also in Athens with our Greek partners. and this is a great moment to start a new age.
Thank you very much.